This is a field of hay. And this is me, outstanding in a field of hay. I am sorry. So as hay fields go, this isn't what you'd call a particularly good one. The spring was really dry and the grass didn't grow up very high. Also, this field isn't just hay, obviously. It's far from what you'd call a monoculture. There's a lot of, well, my father would say anything that's growing in a field that's not supposed to be in the field is a weed. So if you had corn growing in a wheat field, you know, the corn would be a weed. But I think that this field, being what it is, actually has a lot of beautiful things in it. And I kind of wanted to take a look around and show you some of the plants you can find just in a nondescript field like this that's supposed to be just hay. So as far as the things that are supposed to be growing here, this is one of them right here, along with a little beetle. This is what they call timothy. This is a tall grass that, you know, used for feeding cattle. You tell it because it looks like a big cigar, and the seeds kind of come out on the top. The other kind of grass that's in here is orchard grass. This is orchard grass. You can tell by the three tufts at the top. So that's what's supposed to be in here, just the orchard grass and the timothy. But you look down into the bottom here, you'll find a lot of other things. So here we have some eastern daisy fleabane. There's a lot of wildflowers that grow up in here. This is just a flower of a clover. A lot of clover down in the base here, which is also good. The cows like that. So right here is what they call bird's foot. Bird's foot trefoil. I'm going to pull this one out for you so you can see it a little bit better. So this is a little flower that the cows really dig. They actually will go ahead and plant this. So this is probably introduced on purpose. We have a field near here, not this field, but we have a field near here that has tons of this in it, and it's really good for milk production. Unless I remember what my father said incorrectly, but that's what it is right there. Bird's foot trefoil, what they call sulfur cinquefoil. If you're a video game player, you'd know what this is, hinted by name at least. This is yarrow, and if you play Red Dead Redemption 2, you know you have to go and collect a lot of these around the area. In the game, it's a medicinal plant that they use to make tonics and stuff like that in the game, and I'm pretty sure it's actually is used for some kind of medicinal purposes. Now this big boy right here, this is a milkweed plant. It's you know, it is a weed. Again, you'd know this from Red Dead Redemption 2. They grow pretty commonly around this area. Milkweeds are the plants that exclusively are home to the monarch butterfly caterpillars. They will grow their chrysalis and nest on these after they've eaten all the leaves and hatch out later on. We leave them be whenever we can, just to help out the monarch butterflies. Okay, this is what they call a cowbell. So right here in this big stalk of timothy here, we found some yellow snapdragon. I used to know how to make these kind of talk. I don't remember how we used to do that. You take and squeeze them in a certain way, and they have like a mouth that opens up. I remember Kevin and Dina showing me that when I was little. But I should take this moment to thank the people over at Picture This. Not sponsored, but they have a really great plant and flower and leaf identification app you can use to easily scan any kind of flower or plant or leaf and find out all sorts of information about it. It's really, really helpful to me. I wish I had it when I was out working at the newspaper, because so often, you'd have to identify what kind of tree somebody was standing under, and if you didn't know, you had to go through a whole book and maybe match it up. Sometimes if you had the forethought, you'd grab a leaf to bring back with you, but it was always difficult. If I had this app, I would have been able to save a lot of trouble and aggravation. So thanks for going with me on this little walk through the field. It was a lot of fun. Kind of always wanted to take a look and see what plants were out there. And I'm going to put a link in the description to the Picture This app, which is a great app. Again, not sponsored, but if you ever wanted to go out and find out what this little flower was that you saw, it's a great resource for that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go home and strip down and check for ticks.